Well, from mood swings and hot flashes to severe insomnia and brain fog, menopause is a natural but challenging stage of life. But because of those symptoms, 10% of women actually leave the workplace in early menopause, some who are at the peak of their careers. Dr. Dana Bitner is with us this morning to break down what we could do during menopause to help us all thrive and continue to thrive at work. I'm so glad we're talking about this. We've talked a little bit about how menopause can affect relationships already.
Exactly.
Let's talk about how it can affect women who are just trying to get their job done but have to deal with those symptoms.
Exactly. It's a big deal. Like, even for me, I'm 58. I'm just getting started. I don't have time for hot flashes, right? So if I had been up all night with night sweats or sleepy, how would I be able to function as a doctor right now on air this morning, right? So it's just so important. It's not just the right thing to do. It's so important for the workplace, for our community, for our economy. So, you know, thank goodness Governor Whitmer is now promoting menopause in the workplace with her Michigan Women's Commission, which is very exciting.
It's putting attention on this issue. What will that commission be doing or looking at?
So that commission is looking at how can the commission support and even promote legislation that will, like, mandate or encourage looking at menopause in the workplace. So, you know, having been involved with this now, it just makes me very excited that things are moving forward.
Yeah, and you are working with Governor Whitmer and a few celebrities. We've got a picture of you talking about this. You want to tell us about it?
Well, it was really exciting. So last week, the inaugural event was held with the Michigan Women's Commission, and they invited Halle Berry. Halle Berry had been misdiagnosed with menopause and talks openly about her story and wants to use her platform to promote knowledge of women in the workplace and in their lives and all that can be done. She started a company called Respin, which looks at menopause coaching. So it's very exciting. And the fact that Governor Whitmer, she said on stage, I'm in menopause, and you know, and you know, we need to deal with this. And again, here she's at the peak of her career and wants to really promote, again, every other woman, and the audience was impressive. This Michigan Women's Commission is pretty fantastic. But again, bottom line, it's just so important that we support women in the workplace because all those symptoms are real.
Yeah. So talk about what can women do? What can employers do to support women?
So first of all, there is a kit for maybe employers or employees listening. There's a kit at menopause.org that one can go to, but it's to ask for menopause awareness. This kit just lays out everything very nicely, but it's asking for what we need. So what women say at the workplace, they need, you know, can I control the temperature? So if I have a hot flash, can I not be in this hot room? Now, if someone works on a factory floor and they have to wear protective gear, that's pretty hard, but can they take a break? The next thing is, can they have maybe flexible hours? So if there was a really bad night with night sweats and fatigue and there's brain fog, can they go to work a bit later? Not all jobs allow that, of course, but where there's allowance for that, can there be some grace? And then number three, can we just talk about it openly? So many women will sit in a meeting with all men, they're getting a hot flash, it's distracting, they think about the hot flash and then the hot flash is worse. And it just creates total distraction.
And let there be enough support that women can go to HR and not feel uncomfortable having these discussions.
So to your point, if HR could actually initiate the discussions, right? And, you know, have up a sign that, hey, menopause, it's okay to talk about menopause, or let's have a menopause support group, or, you know, all the things. Like, this is just a really important topic.
It's so good to get it out there. Let's talk about how this applies to Jane this week.
So Jane came to see us for hot flashes and night sweats, those typical, very obvious symptoms of menopause. And it was really impacting her work. She was 50 and she worked at the bank, mostly men, and was really gunning for a VP position. She'd worked her whole life at the bank. She was the main breadwinner for the family, and it was really important to her that she get this position, but she felt like she was falling behind. She wasn't sleeping well, she had brain fog, she was forgetting things. She felt very irritable. She was afraid that people would just picture her as, you know, this not very nice person gunning for a position. And so it was a balance.
Okay, well, what's our takeaway tip here? Because I know you've helped Jane and so many other women dealing with this.
Yeah, so like just for Jane, we number one looked at her phase of ovarian function. So takeaway is, you know, it's going to be a taboo as long as we don't talk about it. So with Jane, she talked about it. She got treated, she knew her phase, and she got on top of it. And hopefully she'll be a leader now in the bank as a VP to help other women.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here and always talking about it, bringing menopause awareness really to the forefront. Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you.
Bitner. Appreciate your time.